So I'm going to provide this update on behalf of the team, and this is good. And this is the team. This is our core team. It has grown a little bit this year. So Laura Boucheron and Weeping Cow and Andrew Cox, Rick Estelle, Shishu Gong, John Holland, Matt McIntosh, Shalemia Nyamurikunge, and Tony Waterhouse. And so I'll talk a little bit about team growth in a minute. I thought I'd start off with just providing a refresher of what our task is, what we said in the proposal that we were going to do as far as precision ranching in this proposal. And so our goal, our task is to develop a precision ranching system and evaluate its impact on ranch input costs. That's what we're aiming to do. And basically this has three parts here. We want to deploy and test precision technologies that are able to log, transmit, and analyze sensor data in real time. Then develop a ranch dashboard that will display the sensor data. And finally, determine whether all of this can increase operation efficiency and lower production costs. So this year, we spent most of our time focused on number one, trying to get the system to work and trying to collect the data and learn about the technology and how to use it. And so anyhow, a lot of my presentation will have to do with that. And hopefully this of course is a 5-year project. So in presentations in years to come, we will be talking more about the specific objectives 2 and 3 here. So these are, I think, and I'd ask here that if any of the team members has anything to add or disagrees, just please unmute yourself and jump in. That's absolutely fine. These were, in my mind, the 5 things that we accomplished this year that were important. We expanded our team with grad students. Huiying Chen is a new PhD student in computer science. Zach Winkler, who was with us earlier today, is a master's student in engineering. We were lucky to recruit Tony Spence, who's an engineer that specializes in radio communications. That was very, very helpful and continues to be very helpful in helping us understand the technology and carefully pick the best components that I'll talk about in a minute. And Shalemia, who you saw on the title slide, previously helped us as a grad student, has since graduated and has now joined our team as a postdoc. And so we are proud and lucky to have these sharp minds working with us. So the other thing we did was tested the LoRaWAN system at CDRC, and Matt covered that a little bit. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. So I won't go into too much detail. The only thing I'd mention is that besides collecting the data, we were able to set up a protocol to automate data retrieval from the cloud, store it on a server in the College of Ag, and do some preliminary data analytics, very, very preliminary. But that is a big feat because, of course, getting the data is important and took a lot of effort and continues to take a lot of effort. But then getting the data somewhere where we can access it and having data analytics automated is very important to the next steps of this system. We spent a lot of time evaluating equipment and purchasing equipment. We now have most of the equipment we need to expand out to the cooperating ranches on the system in the project. I'll talk a bit about that in a minute. One thing we did, and this has come up in a number of conversations in the extension, the on-ranch demonstration earlier today, and Matt mentioned it as well, is that we expanded the scope of our project as well, adding the Clayton Livestock Research Center. A lot of the cows that we were monitoring here in Las Cruces went up there. So thanks to Shalemia's quick reaction here and to the expert help of Micah Funk, who is not a part of this team, but we all, as you realize, wear different hats, and there's a lot of cooperation across teams. And so Micah and Danielle, although I didn't mention them, are of course important contributors to our efforts. So we installed the LoRa system in Clayton, and hoping to do some work there. Glenn mentioned this morning some of the questions we hope to address, but something else that we are hoping to do is to do some calibration to pair our data with on-the-ground observations and come up with better algorithms to classify behaviors and so on. Anyhow, I won't bore you with the details. We've also added a new technology that wasn't in the original proposal, given the expertise we have in Dr. Laura Boucheron and Zach Winkler, and that is we're hoping to use 3D imaging to set up an automated system to track body condition score. And so they're going to start working on that as well, and hopefully we'll have more to report about that next year. And then we, of course, communicated our work, posters, presentations, webinars, and refereed publications as well. So most of what I'm going to talk about, I probably have, I don't know, Jean, 2-3 minutes left or something like that.
Not really.
Oh, less?
Wrap it up if you could. And you've been talking 6.5 minutes.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So I won't show you anything else then. I will just say that most of what we concentrated on this year was testing the LoRaWAN system at CDRC. If I've got 30 seconds, this is just a graphic of what the system consists of. These are the components of the system. I'm happy to share my slides, talk about them. It's purchasing the sensors, but mounting them on the cars and configuring them is quite a deal. Matt showed you some of this. We've tested the gateway and its capabilities. This is the data that we are storing on the NMSU server and some very preliminary analytics. This is where we're going next year. We're going to move out to the green stars, at least to 3 of them. And we're going to start working on more sophisticated data analytics and begin working on the dashboard. This is our dashboard today. I won't go into details, but we want to integrate this into a single dashboard. Thank you.